Les habla Nicolás García y junto al doctor Diego Hasanovic y la doctora Esperanza Villasante le damos nuevamente la más cordial bienvenida a este nuevo webinar. Hoy tenemos a dos tremendos invitados internacionales que nos van a hablar acerca de algunas técnicas sobre el uso de la goma Ike y técnicas de estratificación posterior. Este webinar ha sido, como todos los anteriores, organizado por la Oficina de Educación de la Facultad de Odontología de la Universidad Finis. Y bueno, antes de comenzar, darle algunas instrucciones, tal como lo hemos hecho en los webinars anteriores. Vamos a dejar deshabilitado tanto el micrófono como la opción del chat para no interrumpir a nuestros invitados. Y al finalizar, podremos generar alguna instancia de micrófono abierto para que ustedes puedan realizar algunas preguntas. Bien, antes de darle la bienvenida a estos tremendos invitados, voy a cederle la palabra al doctor Diego Hasanovic, que les va a dar la bienvenida y va a presentar a nuestros conferencistas. Doctor.
Buenas noches, Nicolás. Buenas noches, Esperanza. Y hoy tenemos unos invitadísimos que mediante la tecnología han venido desde muy lejos a visitarnos. Voy a hacer esta presentación en español primeramente para todos y darles la bienvenida a los que nos están viendo en español and say also welcome to everybody watching in English. And I don't know, Rizal and Griya, if my pronunciation is going to be correct, but Selamat datang. I have been practicing all afternoon. So selamat datang to everybody. Thank you very much for everybody who speaks English for joining us. I speak Spanish too, and as coordinator of and head of the education office at Universidad Finis, the Faculty of Dentistry, I would like to welcome two very special guests. They don't need a lot of introduction. You guys know them. They are sharing very generously lots of things they know through Instagram, through the world of technology. They are Dr. Rizal and Dr. Griya from Jakarta, and they're going to be talking to us about rubber dam and posterior composite techniques. Voy a volver al español para darles la bienvenida nuevamente a los doctores Griya y doctor Rizal, que han venido a través de la tecnología a visitarnos desde Yakarta, donde son las 6:30 de la mañana. Ellos nos han ofrecido el horario que quisiéramos para poder hacer su presentación aquí, así que les estamos muy agradecidos porque se levantaron muy temprano hoy para poder estar aquí con todos nosotros. Antes de comenzar, me gustaría explicar que, por supuesto, como parte de estos webinars, todas las opiniones expresadas por nuestros invitados en nuestros webinars son exclusiva responsabilidad de quienes las emiten y no representan necesariamente las opiniones de nuestra institución. ¿Okay? Así que me gustaría, obviamente, dejar eso muy claro y, sin otro particular, vamos a darles ya la más cálida bienvenida a nuestros queridos invitados. No va a haber traducción simultánea, sin embargo va a haber traducción consecutiva y les agradeceremos a las personas que están dibujando en la pizarra que, por favor, dejen de hacerlo y con un poco de respeto hacia nuestros invitados. Y vamos a comenzar con técnicas de goma dique, luego seguidas por estratificación en el sector posterior con composites. Yo traduciré en algunas instancias cuando así lo amerite la situación. Por tanto, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to stop talking now and leave you with our great guys to educate us and entertain us. Welcome, Rizal. You're going to be doing the first presentation. Let's activate your microphones, guys. How are you?
Yes, hello, hola. Hola, Chile.
Hola.
Fine, thank you, fine.
Hola.
Fine, really fine. It's early morning here in Indonesia, but we're fine. For you guys.
We're doing fine. We're doing fine too. We've had a long day, so we've been looking forward.
How are you? Mm-hmm.
We're all good.
Glad to hear that. Yeah, how are you guys?
How are you? Fine, good, yes.
So I miss Chile. I really miss Chile.
Yes,
Yeah, me too.
I hope we can do some lecture there again.
Well, I hope when we can start
Me and
traveling,
Griya.
you guys come to see us in person.
Yes.
Sure. I want it really bad. Okay,
Okay,
let's
guys.
start now. Diego?
Yes, if you want to start now, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I will start my screen.
Lu ini aja, lu live IG nggak?
Oke. Enggak, lu lah enggak?
Agak.
Lu lah enggak?
Enggak lah.
Enggak usah lah ya.
Enggak.
Enggak usah lah ya. Oke?
Enggak.
Okay, guys.
Go.
Thank you so. Okay, guys, thank you so much.
Thank
you so much. Diego, everything's nice, everything's correct.
Yes, we can see everything perfectly. So what I would suggest is, are you underlining or someone's drawing on your screen?
No. I don't do nothing.
No. So what you have to do,
I do nothing.
Because I think some people don't know that they're drawing on your screen. So what you have to do is go to the bottom menu of your share screen and then
bottom menu.
Yes, and then
wait.
You can cancel the annotation. You have to go and find annotation so that people don't inadvertently write over your screen.
Wait. Repeat, Diego.
Yes, I think the person sharing the screen needs to go to the bottom, okay? And what you've got to do is you've got to click the arrow and you'll get an option to cancel annotations. It says annotations. But only
cancel annotation.
Yes,
cancel.
only the person sharing can do it.
Cancel. There's no cancel annotation here. Only draw mouse. Clear. Make it clear.
It's early for you.
I think it's okay. Diego.
Okay, brilliant.
I think it's okay.
Bring it on.
Wait. I'm going. Wait. I'm going to hide the box. Okay, guys. It's okay. Okay. Hola, everyone. Mi nombre es Rizal. So it's been 2 years since I go to Chile there, I really miss Chile. When I talk about Chile, I always remember about football, because I know a lot of football players in Chile, like Alexis Sanchez, Ivan Zamorano, Arturo Vidal. Whoa. But today, I'm not gonna talking about football, because it will take me a whole day to talk about the football player from Chile. I'm going to share to all of you guys about posterior restoration. I will share things really simple, and I hope you guys can understand what I delivered to you. Okay, thanks to Diego first. Thanks to Universidad Finis Terrae. This is a really big chance for me to share to all of you guys. It's really early morning in Indonesia, but I hope me and Griya can do it maximum. So first, I'm going to tell you a story, why we have to learn about the posterior composite, because I have a friend, she always asking me why we have to learn about posterior. Why? Because it's not important to do a static way in posterior, right? Because nobody can see it. Even the patient can see it. So I'm going to tell you why, but first I will tell you a story. I have a friend, my friend can do 3 posterior fillings under 1 minute. Can you imagine that? He can do 3 posterior fillings under 1 minute. And one day he went after me and then he bragged himself that he just did 16 composite fillings within 15 minutes. Can you imagine how fast he's working? Yeah. He said that you are not obligated to do composite in a fancy way, you know. It's not important to do composite in a fancy way. It's not important to do composite like this. Yeah. And then it will take you a long time to do that. Yeah. So he's not believe with in the aesthetic posterior. Yeah, as long as he can do it very fast, that's done. Yeah, that's how it done. And then he taught me about his thumb technique. He's really proud about it. Yeah, he used his thumb to done with all his case. So that's why what's make him very fast in the way of working. And all the restoration looks flat like this. Yeah, all the restoration look flat like this, and it's really, really bad. Yeah, even if it's class 2, we done it without the matrix. You just press the composite and then like here. That's why he works really, really, really fast. And then one day, the patient came to me. The patient who has 16 composites in his mouth came to me and then complaining about his teeth, that he couldn't chew properly. Yeah. And that's when I realized that every curve and segment of a normal tooth has some functional basis. Then it's important to reproduce them accurately. Yeah. So every curve and segment of normal tooth has some functional basis. Yeah, that's why we talk about there's a terms of biomimetic here, not only functional, but it also not only aesthetic, but it also function. Yeah, maybe if it's 1 or 2 tooth that has a flat restoration, the patient will not feel it. But if all the posterior teeth in the patient has a flat composite, flat filling, yeah, it will make the patient discomfort when he do chewing or something. Yeah, so that's what we call stomatognatic. Yeah, stomatognatic function is really important to make the tooth as close as possible with the natural. Yeah, that's how we should done. Yeah, stomatognatic. So I will talk to you about the basic first. You know, to become a master at something, you have to understand the basic, and then you can simplify it. Yeah, don't see everything too complicated. Otherwise, you will not create such a really good work. Yeah, so you have to see it very simple, and then you have to simplify all your complicated case. But you have to learn about the basic. Now let's talk about the basic anatomy first. Yeah, the first thing to learn is the basic anatomy. You know, there's 2 anatomy in molar. There's 2 anatomy in posterior tooth. The first is primary, and the other one is secondary anatomy. Yeah, we have to learn all of this. The primary anatomy is the one that you have to create in every tooth, because it's like a main character of the tooth, main characterization of the tooth. Yeah. For example, in lower molar, first molar is like a plus sign with tail, or second molar is just like plus sign like that. We have to learn about that because that's the main characterization for each tooth. Yeah, there's 2 types of lower premolar. Yeah, like you see in the screen. The one is the simple anatomy, and the other is the complicated anatomy. Yeah, this is the 3-dimensional. Yeah, you can see here that there's a simple anatomy for premolar and the complicated one. yeah, that has secondary anatomy. So many secondary anatomy. Sometimes I'm mistaken doing lower premolar anatomy with the upper premolar, yeah, because they have similar, pretty similar anatomy, I think. But the significant things in lower premolar is the anatomy is not regular, just like upper premolar. Yeah, upper premolar is slightly regular and it's slightly more simple than lower premolar. This is two types of upper premolar. You can see here. Yeah, this is two types of upper premolar, the simple one and the complicated one. It's up to you. You can see the other, you can see the tooth next to it when you're done with this premolar. And then you can copy the characterization of each tooth. Yeah, simple and the complicated anatomy. Yeah, I think the upper premolar is really familiar for all of you. Yeah, but sometimes if you forget about the anatomy, you can look up on the anatomy books, or even you can search it in Google, because I have a friend, if he is doing filling, you always look up to the Googles. Yeah, look up to the internet. Yeah, that's okay. And now upper premolar. Upper premolar is slightly like a letter of H letter. Yeah, but you tilt it diagonally. Upper premolar, sometimes we mistaken it with the lower molar, you know. Back then, I was wrong doing this upper premolar because I was mistaken with the lower molar. Yeah, upper premolar is just like I said before, it's like a letter H, and then you tilt it diagonally. Yeah, even for the upper molar maxilla, they has a tuberculum, yeah, that you need to make it as well. And how about the lower molar? Lower molar, I think it's the most familiar anatomy for you, yeah, because it's very common. It's very common case, and we have lower molar first, and then second. Second is very easy to remember. It's just like a plus sign. But the lower six is like a plus sign with tail in the distal. Yeah. So as you can see here, it's very easy. Even they have very complicated secondary anatomy that you can create. And I really like to do lower molar. Yeah. Okay, that's a simple anatomy. Yeah. How about the basic prep? The basic prep, I think I don't need to explain further about the preparation because you guys already know about this. For the initial prep, I always use the diamond burr. As you can see here, the diamond burr, the round burr. Yeah. But what I like to highlight here is the function of a carbide burr. I really like carbide burr. Yeah. I use carbide burr a lot, especially when I have to do refilling atau replace the amalgam filling, as you can see here. Yeah, because I feel that if I use carbide, yeah, when replace amalgam filling, I will cut it into pieces, yeah, not into dust. Yeah, even if you guys are not using rubber dam, it's really dangerous. Yeah, when you only use the diamond burr. So that's why you need to use a carbide for this. And I would like to introduce you to the old carbide and the bone cutting burr. Old carbide and the bone cutting burr is really important. It's really helpful to you to done with such a case like replace of amalgam filling or for cutting affected and infected dentin, yeah, especially the infected dentin. But I use the old one. The older one means that you already that you already used like 5 or 6 times. Yeah, so don't throw it away. Yeah, save it, and you can use it for cutting the infected dentin or the cutting the amalgam. Yeah, because it will less invasive for the enamel. So this is the example. Yeah, this is the example of the function of a carbide and bone cutting burr. I have a black cavity here. There's so much black cavity, stained cavity here. But I managed to deal with this case with the help of a carbide burr and a bone cutting burr. Yeah, the old one. Bone cutting burr is just a simple burr that you always use for doing odontectomy or doing surgery. Yeah. So as you can see here, the cavity is clean and ready to do build up or proximal wall or something. Yeah, this is the example of another case, yeah, where I use carbide here and bone cutting burr. As you can see here, it's very clean, and I would like to recommend this for everyone to use carbide, to have it. I have everything, every form of carbide, so I can use it in many ways. And how about the affected dentin in posterior? Yeah, sometimes you leave the affected dentin. Actually, it's safe to leave for the affected dentin as long as you remove all the infected dentin. Yeah, but if you want, you can use this one. This one is really, really important. This is really changed my dentistry. Yeah, if you guys are into bonding, yeah, or if you guys are like really like composites, you have to have these tools. Yeah, this one is called AquaCare. And basically it's like usual airflow. And what I like the most, it comes with a 4 powder here, and each powder has a different function. Yeah, for example, the white and green one is for cleaning, and the blue one and the red one is for cutting. Yeah. So the blue and the specific blue powder here is the most powder that I use. Yeah, because it can increase the bonding strength like 20%. So you guys, like I said before, if you guys are into composite, yeah, if you guys love composite so much, you have to have this tools. You see the journal, you can see that even better, this tool has some kind of substance that can fill all the tubulodentin, so it will minimize the post-op sensitivity of the patient. Yeah. So this AquaCare is really recommended for all of you. Even, yeah, I know about the prices is a bit expensive, but I think it's really good investment, you know.
That must be a very good paper. My friend Susie Farrell is in it, and Avijit Banerjee from King's, the paper you've just shown. So maybe you can send us the link afterwards, the reference.
Oh, nice.
So we can send it to anybody who's interested.
Okay.
Thank you.
Of course, Diego. Welcome. Okay, this is the example of the use of AquaCare. As you can see here, the cavity that you already think it's clean, but if you use AquaCare, it's even more cleaner. In this case, I use the blue powder. Yeah. So I really recommend you to have that tools. This is the case. As you can see here, the left one is before I use aqua care, and the middle one is after I use aqua care, and the right after the filling. How about the prep design? So what I like the most about composite restoration is the minimal invasive. Yeah, it's very conservative. Yeah, if we compare with the amalgam restoration, you have to create extension for prevention, you have to create a dovetail, something like that. But for composite restoration, you can do selective preparation, yeah, minimal invasive, and then it's easier, and then you have to just put a composite and then done. Yeah. So I always remember, I always remind the participant, remind all of you guys that for posterior is no bevel needed. Yeah, because if you look up to the textbook, yeah, bevel area is the thinnest part of the restoration in the posterior. That will be the first area of failure. So it will damage the longevity of your restoration. So make sure that's no bevel needed. There's no bevel needed in posterior. Yeah, all you have to do is just make it round, remove the sharp edges, and then you can put a composite on top of that. Yeah. How to remove sharp edges? Sometimes I use the ultrasonic scaler, just like my video here. And after that, I make every edges rounded with the help of the superfine burrs, the needle one or the round one. This is my basic instrument. Yeah, I use the LMR instrument, but there's a saying, there's a quote that it's not about the gun, but the man behind the gun. You know, I'm not totally agree with this saying. I'm not totally agree with this quote, because if we do some analogy here, yeah, even James Bond needs its gun, yeah, his gun. If we change James Bond gun with the water gun, he cannot kill his enemy. So that's why we still need our gun. Yeah, not the expensive one, yeah, but the one that suits you best. Yeah, the gun is still important, but pick the one that suits you best. I know my friend who used to carving with the Explorer, straight Explorer. Yeah, you can use that. Or I know the guy who like to use the U3D instrument. Now you can use that, as long as you get used to your instrument. Yeah. For me, I really like to use the LMR instrument. Yeah, the green one is called Visura because it has a really sharp instrument, and then it's very handy. But I'm looking for the instrument who have instruments which have very sharp tips. So I created by myself. This is my custom instrument. Yeah, this is my custom instrument. And you know, this one made for spreader, endodontic spreader. Yeah, the yellow one and the blue one. Why I use the yellow one? Because the yellow one is very sharp tips, and the blue one, it's rigid. Yeah, so I can use it to make primary anatomy. Yeah, this is the blue one. You can see the blue one comes with the solid edge, and I used to create primary anatomy. Yeah, I used to create a primary anatomy here. Yeah, I make the separation of each tooth using this blue tip, and the yellow one that I love, that I like the most. Yeah, it's bendable, flexible, and it has a sharp edge, and then you can use that for creating a secondary anatomy. Yeah, I really like the anatomy with a lot of anatomy, secondary anatomy, just like a muscular anatomy, something like that. So that's why I use the sharp, very sharp instrument here. This is the example of video. So I always talk to everyone. So I always talk to everyone that creating posterior anatomy just like creating a separation, and then you push it gently and make it close to each other so that the separation will get close and it will create a form that you want to create. So I like to use brush as well. Yeah, brush, I think it's really recommended, especially for the make the composites well adapt. I use Tokuyama brush. Yeah, I think Tokuyama brush has a really good brush that you need to use in every case, composite case. Okay, this one, I create all the anatomy with only using endospreader. Yeah, so endospreader is very cheap if you compare with another instrument like, you know, LM Art or U-Ready, you know, it's very cheap. So for you guys, you can use that. Yeah. So the best instrument is the one that you get used to. If you are get used to use Explorer, you can use the Explorer. You get used to the straight Explorer, you can use that. Yeah. As long as you get used to it. Now we talk about the rubber dam. Yeah, this is the basic isolation. Basic isolation is really important. Yeah? Because our patient actually is our enemy, right? Our patient is actually our enemy. Yeah, I will introduce you to our biggest enemy. Yeah, tongue and saliva is really nightmare. If you have a patient who has a big tongue, big cheek, hypersalivation, done. Yeah, if you're not using rubber dam, done. So that's why you need to use rubber dam. Rubber dam is really important for you. Yeah. Back then, when I not using rubber dam, I use a lot of cotton roll. Yeah, I'm use a million of it in a day, I think. Yeah, but actually that's not 100% wrong. Yeah, as long as you can isolate the field. Yeah, you can isolate from blood, saliva. I think you can do that. But ever since I use rubber dam, I feel that rubber dam is the best. Yeah, if you search for the literature or the article, rubber dam is the best. Yeah, if you can do rubber dam, why you still use cotton roll? Yeah, rubber dam is the best, I think, until now. I don't know, maybe in the couple of in the next few years or 10 years next, there's a isolation more it's better than rubber dam. I don't know. Yeah, but for now, rubber dam is still the best. Why we must learn about rubber dam? Actually, there's so many reasons why you have to learn about rubber dam. You can search it online. You can search it in literature in the book. I think so many literature that support us to use rubber dam and that recommend us to use rubber dam. Yeah, at least 5 function. Rubber dam has 5 function. A, B, C, D, E. You can read by yourself. The first one is adequate access and visibility. Yeah, I have a patient who has really limited mouth opening. Yeah, and then I really hard to use to see the tooth to restore it. So I managed to place rubber dam first, and then boom, yeah, I can do filling in 1 hour. Yeah, even the patient has a limited mouth opening. Yeah, because patient, yeah, he is not realize that he opened the mouth, yeah, because there's a rubber dam retraction. Yeah, so rubber dam is really will provide you with a very good retraction and then visibility and access. Yeah, better patient protection, as you can see here. There's so many cases, not too many, I think. Yeah, there's a case that your patient swallowed the file. Yeah, you can avoid that if you use rubber dam. Or if you guys doing endodontic, so many endodontic case, be careful with the irrigant. Yeah, the sodium hypochlorite. Sometimes patient swallow it. Yeah, it really harmful for the patient. So make sure you use rubber dam. Yeah, actually, to be honest, I had a patient like this. Yeah, he has some allergic to the sodium hypochlorite. And then as you can see here, it's like allergic reaction. Yeah. So if you use rubber dam, you can avoid it. Or the simple things like amalgam filling. As you can see here, the amalgam debris is really harmful for the patient. So make sure that you use rubber dam. So when you cut the rubber dam, the patient will not swallow it. And then the other one, the C, is control of moisture. Yeah, so many literature, like I said before, improve moisture control with the rubber dam. Yeah, this the journal that I really like. Yeah, you can search it online. As you can see here, can you imagine the initial situation? Yeah, this one after the rubber dam. But you will not believe, you won't believe the initial situation. The initial situation is really bad. Sometimes you see this case, what will you do? Maybe you talk to the patient to recover the gum first. Yeah, put the temporary filling and send patient home. That's not the solution. The solution is you need to use rubber dam. Yeah. And then the D is decrease operating time. I know, yeah. Back then when I was a beginner, yeah, when you use rubber dam, it took me like maybe 1 hour isolation, especially for the class 2, for the posterior. I know the posterior rubber dam is really challenging, yeah. It's really a nightmare. But for anterior, it's really easy to do, yeah. But I think it's a problem of over time. Yeah, after you have a lot of experience, you can place rubber dam as fast as you can. This is for the example. I can put rubber dam even for such a complicated case like this, or for posterior. Yeah, but like I said before, posterior is more complicated, but you can do it by your experience. And the E is enjoy dental photography. So you can see here, this is a simple picture, but turns out to be very artistic because of the rubber dam. It's provide me with some kinds of natural reflector. So the simple picture will be so beautiful if you use rubber dam. But the most important thing of all is rubber dam guarantee you the comfortness. You cannot do masterpiece work if you are not comfort with your work, right? You cannot create a masterpiece if you are not comfort with your work. Yeah, rubber dam guarantee you comfortness. Remember that. So change your mindset, because rubber dam is a patient's need, not our needs. Yeah, we get the upside of using rubber dam, but the thing is, the mindset is rubber dam is a patient's need, not our needs. Okay. So rubber dam comes with the two. Yeah, there's a latex of rubber dam latex and the synthetic. Yeah, but make sure that you use the synthetic if you are doing endodontic treatment. Otherwise, the irrigant can damage the rubber dam. So rubber dam comes with the different thickness, thick, medium, and thin. But I suggest you to use the medium. Medium can be used for the posterior or for the anterior. Thick one, it's better grip. It's the function is really good to retract more. But if you use it for the posterior, such a wisdom tooth like that, or second molar, is really hard to use that. Yeah, so make sure, for me, the best one is a medium. Medium can be used for anterior or posterior. Yeah. This is the material and instrument. I believe you already familiar with this. This one is forceps. Yeah. So forceps, there's two type of forceps, but I really like the one that I show you in the picture. Yeah. It comes with the you can see here like undercut. Yeah. To hold the clamp and then to place it perfectly on the tooth. And how about the puncher? The puncher comes with the 5 holes. Yeah, but actually I only use the biggest one and the smaller one. Smaller one for the anterior, biggest one for the molar or for the anchor clamp. Yeah, for the tooth that you're going to put the clamp. And if you buy the rubber, yeah, you will get this custom template. Yeah, this is rubber dam template. So basically the function is when you want to put the rubber dam, yeah, you will make a marker on that dam. Yeah, but let me tell you something. I never do custom. I never do rubber dam templating like I said before, because I always do custom template. Yeah. So basically, what I do is I put marker on the tooth. Yeah, in the middle of the incisal, or in the middle of posterior tooth, and then I make hole in the rubber dam. Yeah, this is, I think, this one is more useful. Yeah, remembering that not all tooth has a correct alignment, has a good alignment or ideal alignment. So make sure that you do custom template before put rubber dam. Yeah, this one is like a nightmare case, crowding situation, but you can use rubber dam if you do the custom template technique. Yeah, and don't forget to put some lubricants in the back of the rubber dam. Yeah, to make you easier when you inserting the rubber dam on the patient's mouth. And don't forget about the rubber dam inversion. Basically, rubber dam inversion is just to put to flip the rubber dam on the cervical. So make sure that there's no leakage, saliva or blood. Yeah. No inversion means risk of saliva intervention. So make sure that you use your plastic instrument or use your explorer to flip all the rubber dam on the cervical area. How about the clamp? There's a wing or wingless clamp, but I really love the wingless clamp. Yeah, this is the wrong placement of clamp. You know, placing clamp is a nightmare. So that's why people are really afraid to use rubber dam, because they are afraid to put the clamp. But let me tell you something, it's really easy to put the clamp. This is the wrong placement of clamp. Yeah, because clamp should be on the cervical level. You have to follow the curvature of the tooth, and then you have to place it right on the cervical level. This is the example of placing multiple isolation. So what I like the technique is I put the rubber first, follow with the clamp. Yeah. Even you can do modification like put the clamp first and then rubber dam. It's up to you, but I found it really easier if you put the rubber first, followed with the clamp. And then you need to train your assistant to hold the rubber, and then you put the clamp as gentle as possible. If you are still afraid with placing clamp, yeah, because it's sharp, and then yeah, you're afraid to damage the gum, you can use this clamp as an alternative. Yeah, called soft clamp from Kerr. Basically, made from plastic, yeah, polycarbonate. So the grip is not as good as the metal one, but it will not damage the gum. Basically, it's wing clamp. So make sure that when you want to put it, don't forget to flip the rubber so that it will isolate the tooth perfectly. And how about the floss, ligator floss? Yeah, ligator floss is really beneficial in terms of retracting the rubber dam when you have to deal with the subgingival cavity. So I will tell you how to do it. So basically, what you're going to do is to make two loop, yeah, two knot, yeah. That's why it's called double knot. But trust me, it's easier if you're doing this, yeah, rather than just watching this. So first knot is really easy, but the second knot sometimes very challenging. Okay, maybe in the demo after this, Dr. Griya will explain more about this, okay? So this is the multiple isolation from start to finish. Okay, I think Dr. Griya will explain more about this, yeah. So it will explain clearly, yeah. This subgingival cavity, basically what you need to do is to make sure that you have place, yeah, you have space to put rubber dam. You know, the common mistake is sometimes you are too hurry to place rubber dam, yeah, without realizing that the cavity is really deep. So the next thing happen is you take off the rubber dam and then you do gingivectomy after that. Yeah, make sure that you have a proper space to put rubber dam. Yeah, don't too hurry to place rubber dam. Yeah, take an X-ray maybe, or take a photo, or do initial prep. Make sure that the cavity is not deep, and then make sure you have space for rubber dam, and then place rubber dam. Yeah. So that's why I really love to use the cautery. You can see my Instagram. I use the cautery a lot in my cases. So you're going to have this. You're gonna need this if you are want to save hopeless tooth maybe. So that's why I really like this instrument. I really like these tools. And the other tools that helps you a lot is anterior clamp, but cut in half. Yeah, this is a modified anterior clamp, 212 clamp, and then you can cut it with the burrs, and then you can make it as a clamp retraction. Yeah, actually there's a actual retraction clamp called Brinker clam from Coltin, but I found it's not stable if you compare with the modified clam for anterior that I cut in half. Yeah, this is the example how to deal with the subgingival cavity. The same thing. Yeah, you need to create a custom template first. This is a Brinker clam. Like I told you before, yeah, this is the Brinker clam, the Coltin clam. You can attract more, yeah. You can attract more than the ligature floss if you're using this clam. But be careful because sometimes the clam is jumping out like that because it's not stable. So in the middle of the work, I changed the clam with the anterior clam that I cut in half. It's more stable. And don't forget to do basic of isolation like inversion. Can you do inversion by pushing the edge of the rubber with the plastic instrument? Okay, and after this, you can do preparation, you can do endodontic. Yeah. The other tools that helps me a lot with the subgingival cavity is the Teflon tape, the PTFA, the plumbing tape, and the gingival cord. Yeah, you can retract more. You can push the rubber dam so that it will cover all the cavity. Yeah, it will retract all the cavity. Just like my video here. First, you need to make sure about the space, like I told you before. Don't too rush to place rubber dam. Yeah, otherwise you will place rubber dam twice. And then put the clamp, put the rubber. If you see that the cavity is not covered with the rubber dam, yeah, you still see the gum, you can close it, you can cover it with the pumping tape, yeah, the PTFA, to make sure that there will be no leakage there. Okay, after this, you can do endodontic, you can do build up proximal wall or something, because yeah, you have the comfortness. There will be no saliva, there will be no blood. Okay. Or what I like the most about the plumbing tape, this is the example. I have a patient who has allergic to the latex, to the rubber dam. So even you can use the plumbing tape as a modification of rubber dam. Yeah. Now the basic technique of placing a composite. Yeah, I'm sure you already know about the incremental technique. Yeah, the incremental technique is basically you put the composite layer by layer, yeah, to minimize the polymerization shrinkage. I believe if we talk about the theory, you guys already learned about it. Yeah. For me, the recipe is really simple. You need the high chroma dentin, yeah, the most shallow dentin that you have in your clinic, and the high value enamel, mean the brightest enamel that you have. Yeah, if we gotta choose the picture in the picture, you need to choose the right one. Yeah, and how about the enamel? You need to choose the brightest one. Okay. Yeah. So remember about the recipe: high chroma dentin and high value enamel. And if we talk about the technique, according to Ronaldo Hirata, as you can see here, and there's a 3 types of placing composite. Yeah, backfill enamel, high chroma dentin, and enamel. 2 layers, sorry, 1 layers with only backfill, 2 layers backfill with enamel, or high chroma dentin with enamel, or high chroma dentin with achromatic enamel and chromatic enamel. All of this technique, I think, has some downside and upside. So I think we need to choose the simple one, right? Even if we compare the aesthetic, it's progressive here. If you use the 3 layers, it will be the more aesthetic, but I believe it will increase the possibility of high points. Yeah. So make sure that you choose the proper technique to deal with the case. Yeah. For me, the base technique, yeah, in terms of time management and then simple technique is high chroma dentin enamel, only 2 layers of composite. Yeah. In this case, I use a composite from Miserium, Ina, from Italy. I really love that composite. Yeah. It's like a universal composite that can match in every case. This is the example of my case. And this is the other case. As you can see, it's only used 2 layers of composite, dentin and enamel. How about if we talk about the most complicated technique? Yeah, according to Ronaldo Hirata, 3 layers. Yeah, the first layer is dentin, and the enamel we divided into 2 layers, achromatic, chromatic, and achromatic. So basically, you need to leave space for the enamel like 2.5 millimeters, 1.3 millimeters for the chromatic, and 1.2 millimeter for the chromatic enamel. This is the concept. I think this technique is like more complicated. Yeah, it will lead to high points if you see that tooth characterization is not very muscular anatomy. So be careful of using this technique. Yeah, you need to measure the enamel space. Okay. So basically you need to place 2 layers of enamel. Yeah, I know this is very complicated. Yeah, sometimes you need more time to do this. So I think the wise technique, yeah, the simple technique is only using 2 layers of enamel. Sorry, 2 layers of composite, dentin and enamel, just that. And how about the stain? Should we place a stain? Yeah, according to Lazardan, one of a member of Stato Italiano, you know, this is not a mandatory technique. This is not mandatory procedure. But if you can use stain to enhance the morphology, yeah, to enhance the anatomic, the natural look, why not, right? And for me, stain also has a function to cover all the gaps that you already created when doing carving. So make sure, yeah, if we don't cover it with the stain, maybe in the couple of days, it will be plaque accumulation there, yeah, microfoot infection there. So make sure you use stain or the other material. I will divide the stain into two category: high viscosity stain. I mean, yeah, as you can see, the brand is from the INA, Myserium, and the Ivoclar. And low viscosity stain, the brand from Zenith or from the Coltin. Why I categorize the stain? Because sometimes if you want to create a natural look, you need to mix it. You need to mix a different viscosity, yeah, to get such a natural look of a tooth. Yeah, this is the wrong placement. The left one is the wrong placement of stain, and the right picture is the correct placement. So the thing is, you need to create a proper form of your fissures, yeah, of your anatomy, to create a very good fissure, to very good natural look of your restoration. Yeah, if you don't putting a stain like this, yeah, in the wrong placement, you will see the dirty look of your tooth. This is actually my restoration. When you create the fissure is not sharp enough, yeah, it will create such a dirty look of the tooth. So make sure you create a deep and thin fissures in order to create a correct placement of stain. Yeah. So basically, stain is like trapped inside the fissures. Yeah. I always say it's like this: staining material must be placed as neat as possible, as thin as possible, like a strand of your hair. Yeah. So it's very thin. It's very, very thin. So it will relate to your carving style. Yeah. You need to create a deep fissures and very tight fissures in order to create a very neat stain. There's a three technique of placing stain: internal stain, external stain, and mixed internal and external stain. But I think the most natural is the external stain. Yeah, and it has a function to cover all the gaps. Yeah, this is the example of internal stain. Yeah, we'll talk about internal stain first. So basically, you create a mapping in the dentin layers, and then you put the stain, and then you can create that as a guidance for you to place the enamel layer by layer. Okay, so internal stain can make a guidance, you can make that as a guidance for you to create the enamel, yeah, the last layer. This is the example of external stain. Yeah, what I really like the most, yeah, the technique is the external stain because it can create a very natural look. Just look at the restoration. You have to create like this, a very thin, yeah, very neat stain, so it will looks like very natural too. Yeah, this is another picture. So make sure that you create a very sharp and tight fissures. Yeah, don't make it gap too big, otherwise your stain will look like dirty. This is also the example, as you can see here. This is how to place stain material. So basically what you need is your sharp instrument. You can carry that stain on your sharp instrument or use explorer, something like that, because some stain product comes with the syringe. But if you put that with the tip of the syringe, would be too much. So make sure that you only carry it very little amount. And then you need a couple of micro brush to remove all the stain excess. This is the important one. If you already created good fissures, tight fissures, yeah, neat fissures, it will trap easily inside. Yeah. No matter how hard you try to remove the excess, you cannot do it. And because it's trapped inside. Okay, and if you feel that micro brush, it's really expensive, right? So you can use the cotton palette to remove all the excess of stain. Yeah, as easy as that. In this case, I use black stain. And now it's the common question, how to minimize occlusal adjustment. You know, it's really hard to avoid occlusal adjustment. If you ask me, doctor, do you do the occlusal adjustment? Yes, of course, because in my mind, yeah, there's impossible if we do occlusal filling without occlusal adjustment. Yeah, because we are not playing God, right? We are not God. We cannot create exactly like a God, but already create. So make sure what we can do is only to minimize the occlusal adjustment, not to avoid. How to minimize it? Make sure that you know the characterization of tooth that you want to restore. Check the occlusion first. Yeah, if you can see, if you see that your patient is old age, let's say it's above 50, yeah, or 60 years old, make sure that you avoid to create such a muscular anatomy. Otherwise, it will be gone because it will lead to high points. Yeah. For me, I always take initial occlusal adjustment with articulating paper to check the bite. And as you can see here, the marking means you need to avoid to create some excess over the high points, over the marking. Yeah, it will create you the guidance, you know, to put the composite only on the cavity, not to over it. Yeah, make sure after you create initial occlusal adjustment like this, you take a photo, or you can simply remember it in your mind. But make sure it's better for you to take photo first, and then you need to remind it, yeah, or you look on your photo, because after this you are going to erase all the high points marking. Yeah, make sure that you not put the composites over the high point, over the marking. Yeah, and the next steps is use the brush. Yeah, like I always say, brush is really important if you deal with the composite, because you need to create well adapted composite, and make sure to follow the cups inclination. Yeah, how? Yeah, you can use brush by pushing it, by swap it gently on the cavity, means you follow the cups inclination. Yeah, that's very important, because some mistakes is, I see a lot of mistakes, the composite you put over the cups, yeah, it will lead to high points as well. So make sure that you follow the cups inclination of the tooth. How about the polishing system? Polishing system, there are so many polishing system in the market now. Yeah, but let me tell you something. There's a brand, the innovative one. Yeah, the brand is really changed my dentistry because it's really simple. The brand and the tools is Dicom If. As you can see the right picture, Dicom If's really easy to use and also cheap, I think. Yeah, if you compare with the, you know, I know the polishing step that comes with the very complicated steps like 4-step. You need to use stone. You need to use the, let's say, red rubber, or maybe yellow, blue. It's very confusing. But with only use if, you only have 2 steps of polishing. Yeah, the pink one and the gray one, and then done. Even they invented a more simple tools, pointed if, like specifically they made for posterior. You can use it only 2-step polishing, and then you will have a very smooth and shiny restoration. Okay, this is the last case for me. This is class 2 restoration. So this is class 2 restoration with the buccal involvement. As you can see here, this is the beauty of using rubber dam. Actually, this is not rubber dam. Yeah, this is a balloon dam. If you feel bored with only using a blue or green dam, you can use a balloon dam. Yeah, balloon dam. Yeah, big balloon, jumbo balloon. You can cut it, and then you can use that as a rubber. Yeah, it's very cheap. Class 2, I use proximal vendor-made matrix. You see, matrix that attach with the wedge from Ultradent. I create the proximal first and then cure. And for the buccal, I use a freehand technique because this is the function of a rubber dam. You see that it will retract the gum so I can see the edge of the cavity. I'm not even use matrix for the buccal because I can see it clearly. If I have some void or something like that, I will easily put a flowable composite and then close it. It will save my time because sometimes you have some void after the restoration. You need to place, you need to do bonding again, and then place the composite again. So like I said before, incremental layering cups by cups technique. This is a first lower molar. So there will be 5 cups to make. I really like to put it, I really like to make diagonally. So after I've done with the buccal cups, I go to the lingual cups, yeah, distal lingual cups, and then I go back to the mesial lingual. So remember what I said, composite carving is only about creating a space with your instrument, and then after that you make it close to each cups by touch it with your brush and then cure, just like that. That's why I need a very sharp instrument. I forget to mention this. If your patient, let's say your patient is a dentist and he's not agree with the brown stain or something, you can use flowable, transparent flowable to close all the gaps. Yeah, just put little amount of flowable. Make sure that you don't leave too much gaps, yeah, and then close it with a flowable. Okay. And the final words is there is no such thing like an expert hand, but the hands that are used to. Yeah. So if you are feeling that, oh, I don't have any talent or something, just remember that it's not about talent. You know, it's all about if you are get used to it. Yeah. It's all about the habit. Yeah. If you are doing that repetition, you know, repetition is a matter of skill. Yeah, if you are get used to it, your hand will be expert. Yeah. Okay, thank you. I hope it's useful, and after this Griya will continue with the live demo. Okay.
Thank you so much, Rizal. Thank you. That was amazing. And that was actually so, as you said, so necessary and basic. You need to start from small in order to move on to bigger things. And I hope this has been tremendously useful for everybody who's been watching. Muchísimas gracias, Rizal. Quiero agradecer.
Muchas gracias.
Ha sido a ti, por supuesto. Ha sido, como bien nos decía Rizal, el doctor Rizal, algo tan básico que hay que empezar de lo básico para ir construyendo, que sin duda habrá sido muy útil aquí para muchos colegas y futuros colegas. Ahora, tras la presentación del doctor Rizal, vamos a tener una presentación del doctor Griya, práctica, la vamos a tener ahora a continuación, y después, al finalizar, tal vez tengamos tiempo para algunas preguntas del público. Guys, what I'm saying in Spanish, basically, is that we're going to move on now to the demo, to the live demo, and after that, if you guys have time, perhaps we could take some questions from the audience as well, if you think, if you guys
sure.
Awesome. Okay, so Griya, let's turn on your mic, and there we are.
Hola, hola. Can you hear my voice?
Loud and clear, sir.
Okay. Bueno, noches. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Yeah. Buenas noches. Yeah. Mi nombre es Griya, Ridha Raharja from Indonesia. No. Thank you for the great presentation from my friends, Rizal Rizky Akbar. So I will make some demonstration from putting rubber dam, layering for posterior, and the last is for polishing and finishing. Okay, so I hope you still connect to your computer or your smartphone. And now I will share my screen as my phone, because I want to demonstration. So wait. Okay, take a minute. Okay. Okay, so now you can see my mini studio from my home. Okay, and I'm usually to live Instagram every day. So let's turn on the light. Can you see clearly now? Okay, nice. So we have a rubber dam, floss. I'm using Oral-B, and this is the puncher, how to make a hole with your rubber dam. And this is your frame for rubber dam, and this is the shift, but this is the yellow color. Rizal said you can use balloon dam. Yes, I have balloon dam. If you want to see my balloon dam, this is my balloon dam. See, looks like a balloon. So balloon is, yeah, it's cheaper. Yeah, you can cut one balloon, you have 2 sheets. Okay, but I'm not using balloon today. I'm using this one, and also my composite I'm using from Kerr Harmonize. Yeah, this is 2 shade guide between a dentine for the high chroma opaque color, and this is the enamel translucent color. It will be on the last layer. Okay, so today our case is class 1 lower molar. So we will recreate the, yeah, like this. Yeah, this is the natural anatomy. So we try to mimic the anatomy as well, like the God created. So how about my instrument? Yeah, this is my instrument. This is not the LM art. Yeah, this is like a copycat, the LM art. This is the cheap one because I love cheap. So I'm using this one, maybe, yeah, this kind of instrument. It's for, yeah, maybe around $100. You have 5 items, 5 years. And also Rizal said they have see, oh, sorry, I need to, wait, I need to turn off the notification first. Wait a minute. Sorry, pardon me. Pardon me.
Don't worry, no problem. It happens all the time. You know, we feel like we are in your home as well. So, you know, we feel very welcome. Don't worry.
Wait. Okay. Okay, now, like Rizal said, the tips of the spreader. So I have it. This is like a endophile. See, endophile that I'm already bending. So this is gonna be the sharp instrument to place the tin. Okay. Ya, suaranya tolong. Sorry about my voice, kids. Yeah. Okay, so just place with your endo handle. This is like a endo handle. See? And yeah, but if you don't have endo handles, yeah, you can use your pen like this, for example. Your pen, open your pen, and then place in the here your file, and then you can make a glue or what else, what things that you can stick to your instrument. Okay, let's continue. Sorry for the introduction. So let's try to put rubber dam first, okay? Because the tooth already prepared, okay? So now I will show you how to put the frame, yeah, into your the sheet into your frame. Okay, you don't need to make a hole in this area. All you have to do is just pull like this and then release. Okay, wait, pull and release. Yeah, so you don't need to make a hole in this situation. Okay, so if you already have like a nice tension in here, so it will be stick like this. Okay, so just pull again and then release. Yeah, pull and off, pull and off, pull and off, pull and off. You have a 7 point. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my frame is 5 inch. Yeah, 5 inch. I think yeah, that's universal. If you have a bigger, maybe 6 inch, yeah, it's okay. It's not a big problem. Okay. So for posterior, okay, for posterior, mostly how we can make customized like this, it is impossible, right? Because they have a chin, they have a, yeah, they have a mouth, lips. It is possible to make a template like this. Okay. So all you have to do is, you can imagine for the line of the posterior, it always straight like this. Yeah. It never like crowding like this situation. It is possible. Okay. So all you have to do is just marking like this. Yeah. Maybe on the premolar first. You can marking on in the premolar. Oh, sorry. I need my pen. Okay. So all you have to do, just push like this. Okay. So you can maybe only on premolar. Yeah. And premolar. Impossible to draw, to make a marking in the molar, because sometimes the lips or the tongues, it's blocking the rubber dam. So you can release like this, yeah, and then you can imagine by yourself. Imagine the molar, it will be in here. The second, it will be in here. Okay, it's wrong if you put in here or in here. There is no line. Or like this. This is wrong, wrong. Okay. So this is correct. Okay. They must straight like this. Okay. This is wrong. This is wrong. Okay. I will replace, yeah. I will replace. This is dirty. So sorry. Ah, I have another one. I have another one. Yeah. Because I so excited to explain to you guys. Okay, so let's mark again. Push like this, yeah. Maybe in the real situation, it will be like this. Okay, because of the cheek, cheek, it's blocking the frame, the sheet. So all you have to do, only the premolar and a premolar, and then release, and then you can see the line is straight like this, and then just imagine, oh, maybe molar in here and the second molar in here. Okay, got it? Okay. Now I will make it whole. So which whole is the best? See, this is for clam. Yeah, this is so big. I'm not recommend you to do on the molar. Yeah, this is for clam only. And how about this? The second one is for molar. This is for premolar. This is for, sorry, this is for anterior, yeah, upper, and this is for anterior lower. Okay, it depends your brand. So I have a Dentec KSK from Japan. So I will make the molar size. Okay. So let's make a hole like this. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, the puncture is not sharp as well. Okay, you can see. You can remove it. Okay. So sometimes, yeah, sometimes you need some lubricant. Yeah, some lubricant. I have a Vaseline. Okay, Vaseline, sometimes I put Vaseline on the back side of the rubber dam, yeah, in here, to make your rubber dam it's easily to put on the interproximal area. Okay, so let's do it. So I always put the sheet first and then the clam. But today I don't have a clam because I'm not bringing the clam. My clam is on my clinic. So I always do like this, yeah. This is wrong, okay? Because you want to push into the tooth. This is wrong. Why? Because you need to place it on the interproximal like this. This is correct, okay? Okay, I will repeat, yeah. This is wrong because you push the hole into the tooth. This is wrong, okay? The right is you push into the interproximal area like this. See how easily to push on the interproximal in here, not in here. Here, here, and here. Yeah. So all you have to do is to make a tension like this. Yeah. Tension, and then push. Tension, and then push like this. Okay. So simple because you know the technique. So if you push on the hole at the tooth, it is gonna be wrong because sometimes if you put inside and then sometimes it comes out, inside and out, inside and out. There's no retention for there. So all you have to do is put inside in here, interproximal, interproximal, interproximal. That's the key of the retention of the rubber dam. Got it? But in real patient, so please start from premolar, first premolar, second molar. Sometimes if you want to do molar, it's a little bit difficult. Yeah, your patients need to open so big, open the mouth, and then push again. And then after you reach the last, and then you put like this, yeah, put your finger like this, and then put the clam. Okay, this is the easy way. Then you place the clam first, and then your sheet. So me and Rizal always doing like this. Yeah, put the sheet first, and then the clam. Okay. So after this, we need to some inversion. You know, you can see this is not good. Yeah, still have a rubber dam is not completely moved to the gums. So you need to use your instrument. Yeah, to push. Yeah, gently. Yeah, if you push so hard, yeah, it will be harms the gums. Okay. Make sure they already adapted well. So in this situation, your assistant it will be make it dry. Yeah, use the three-way shearing and dry it. If you have a dry situation, it's very easy to make good inversion. Okay, and after you done, and then you can start for preparation for restoration and everything. And also, if you have like this situation, you enjoy you want to create the cups like this, how to take a photo with the rubber dam, yellow and blue, whatever you like. Okay. And after this, how to make a double note. Okay, I will show you. Yeah, for example, because I don't have a clam today, so I will show you how I create the double note. Okay, just take the floss maybe around sorry 30 centimeter. Yeah, so this is your finger like this, make a triangle like this. Okay, triangle, and then flip back like this. Okay, and then make it together. Okay, and then release into the index finger. See, so they have one node, which is, this is not a good situation because this is not stable. Yeah, sometimes it's not so tight. Okay, so we need double it. Okay, so all you have to do is just hold like this. Yeah, repeat the first step. Yeah, repeat the first step. Yeah, make like triangle again like this, and then back flip, and then make it one, and then release to the index finger. See, it's very easy, and with your thumbs just push this one. So this is the double knot. sorry, yeah. So how to place into the tooth? For example, in the first molar, yeah, just same like a flossing, okay, and then use your instrument, plus this, okay, hold in lingual side, like this, and then you can pull gently, okay, see, it will tight contact after you pull. But make sure, yeah, sometimes it will harm the gums. Yeah, you need to attention to your patient. Just, yeah, hold a second, a little bit hurt. If you're not using anesthesia, yeah, you need to tell them. But if you're using local anesthesia, yeah, it will be not, it will be not hurt to your patient. Okay, and done. So mostly for me, for class 1, I'm never use this knot. Okay, no need. If you have a class 2 situation, if you have a deep cavity that the rubber sheet cannot reach the deep of the margin, yeah, you can use the double knot to help the rubber dam reach the cover or the cavity. Okay, so now let's continue to restore this tooth. Yeah, so mostly you can see clearly any lagging or any kind of delay or no? Okay, so I will show you. Wait, I need battery. Wait, yeah, my light turn off. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I need my LED light. Okay, now. Okay, let's continue. Okay. You can see clear now. You need more light. I have 3 light. Okay. So I have a composite. Yeah, harmonized is from Kerr. So I will place for dentin layer first. So all you have to do is put the edge first. Yeah. Edge, rinse and dry, and then give some bonding. Okay, what bonding system do you get? Yeah, it depends what you have. Yeah, for me, all bonding system it's nice. Yeah, there is no the best bonding in the world. Yeah, all the best. It depends what you have. It depends what your technique. Yeah. So let's go to place the dentin color. Okay, this is my dentin color. So mostly when I try to packing my composite, I always use this instrument. Okay, the round end situation. Okay, because it will be easily to packing your composite like this. Okay, so there is no lubricant in here, just your instrument. Okay, so I will take a little bit bulk like this, yeah. Okay, and then I try to place into the cavity like this. Okay, sometimes you have a stick like this. Okay, it's okay, just place in here and then make it clean your instrument first before you want to packing. Okay, you can use your alcohol swab or you can use your clean glove to remove to clean your instrument, and then just stabbing, stabbing like this, yeah. Gently, make sure you already feel all the surfaces. Okay, like this. And how do you know this is already adapted well? So that's why I love to a little bit bulky situation. Yeah, I like to add more, and then after this I will remove a little bit because my composite is not bulk fill composite. Yeah, because if you're using bulk fill, so you can use 4 or 5 millimeters, yeah, to reduce the C factor. Okay, and after this I remove like this. See, to make sure you have already good adaptation well. Yeah, but if you using the bulk fill composite, yeah, you can fill with the 4 millimeters as well. But I don't like bulk fill because the color it's so translucent. Okay, so to reduce the C factor, yeah, I will make separate, yeah, to create a line, to create a map like this. Okay, to create a maps for guidance to place incremental after for the layer enamel. So you can easily use your sharp instrument like this. Okay, to create a line, to create a map. Okay, now if you feel the gaps is so big, yeah, so you can, yeah, you can make it smooth with your brush, yeah. Okay, if you want to ask me how what lubricant that you use for your brush, yeah, I'm using modeling liquid, yeah, from GC. So you can add, yeah, like this, yeah, just small amount and don't too much, and then try to make it smooth. Okay. Oh, sorry, they have a hair. It's okay, yeah. So see, I make it close, yeah, because the gaps it's so big. Just use your brush to make it a little bit close together like this. Okay, so I have a little bit dirty in here. Yeah, I have a hair in here, so I will remove it, the hair. I don't know from where, maybe from me. Oh my God, yeah. But in real situation, there is no hair, okay? Only at your home. Okay, so after this, you can cure. Yeah, you can cure and then you can place some stain. Okay, to create a map, to draw the line, yeah, to guide you some internal space, yeah. So, like here, and then put the stain. Okay, you can use brown stain. Brown stain. This is the Ivoclar, yeah. There is no sign anymore because this is my old stain. So, because the Ivoclar tip is very thin, very sharp. So you can add the thin like this. Yeah, sometimes it looks very ugly. Okay, but after you clean it, it will be nice. Okay, this is dirty. Yeah, don't tell your patient, please. And then use the sharp instrument. I'm using spindle file to spread well. Spread well. Make it thin. Okay. Okay. So to remove the bulky situation, yeah, because after, yeah, you need to make it neat, yeah, your tin, so you can use micro brush to make it a thin, very neat, yeah. And you can use your brush also like this. Don't looks like so dirty. Okay. Okay. So now let's cure again. After this, you can use your enamel color, okay? So enamel color, I'm using same composite, yeah, from Kerr. The color is A1, okay, because, yeah, this is only Phantom, yeah. There is no need correction color in Phantom, but in real patient, yeah, sometimes I'm using Tokuyama. So Tokuyama is my favorite composite, yeah. So let's do incremental. Okay. First, I want to, yeah, you can fill in here first, or in the lingual or the buccal. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So I will place in the buccal first, like this. Okay, and then stab like this, stabbing. Yeah. See the movement like this. Okay, not like this. This is wrong, but like this. Yeah, you can, yeah, you can feel like this. Yeah, push like this. Same like this. Okay, to create a good angle. Okay, and then remove the excess on the top of occlusal, because, yeah, sometimes it happens, yeah. And make it smooth with your brush, okay. Make it smooth, adapt it well. And then create the line with the green one. It's called fissura. All you have to do, just make it gaps. Make it separation. Okay. If you want to create a secondary anatomy, yeah, you can create like this, yeah. You can create like this. But I love to make a simple anatomy. Yeah? I don't like complicated anatomy or muscle anatomy. Simple but acceptable. Yep, sorry. Sorry. I'm not see. Sorry. Hello. Okay, wait. Yeah. It's a little bit difficult to demonstration, you know. Sorry. So the point is, I love to brushing, you know, to make sure your composite is smooth, very smooth, and it's easily to polish after that. Okay. One cup's done, and then like here. So after this, I love to a little bit diagonal. Yeah, I will place my composite in the lingual in here. Yeah, like this. Okay, push again, pushing. See? Okay, after this, you can see from here, yeah, remove the excess here, see? See, remove it, okay? That's very important to minimize the adjustment occlusal. Okay, and now make sure you have a brush, yeah, and then brushing, okay? Be careful when you're using the liquid, don't too much. Yeah, don't too much, just make it, yeah, just thin of oil. Okay, so sometimes you need to measure the line that you already create. So you can use the plastic instrument like this to keep the line of your fissure or the groove. See, before you want to cure, make sure you already check and recheck. So I'm using dental photography for checking usually to see the correction of my anatomy already good or no. Because sometimes if you only see with your eyes, maybe have a wrong. So that's why we need the second eyes. That's your camera. Okay. Camera, it's the best teacher. Okay. Let's go. Here. And now let's do at the side. Okay. These sides. Yeah, same with enamel. Okay. Okay. Just push again, push, 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 push like this. Yeah, step, 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 stepping. If you have access, remove. Remove this too. See, so big. It's okay. We need to adapt it well. Step, stabbing, stabbing, stabbing like this. And then remove again. See? Because if you have an access, that's good condition. Why? Because your composite is already adapted so well. Okay, there is no gaps, less C factor, because you're doing incremental. Okay, so make a line again, make a fissure line. Just separate again, like this. Okay, separate again in here. Very easily, gently. Okay. And sometimes you have a secondary anatomy in here. So you can stabbing in here. Okay. And then remove the excess. Okay. So now using your brush, yeah, because in the central it's so big, yeah, the gaps, yeah, you can push back into the left like this with your brush. Okay, easily, gently. Okay, push back again, back. So now they have a good line. And make sure if you're doing like this, make sure you're already happy, yeah? Don't be stressful. In dentistry, you need happiness. You need to enjoy, fun, don't be stressful. You need music, sometimes you need music. What else? You need coffee. Okay, now let's cure. Just like that, yeah? Just the simple way. Very simple. I always try to give you the simple things because yeah, it's easy to replicate. Yeah, it's easy to do it. Okay, now let's do on the last layer. Yeah, in here. Okay, push like this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, after this, yeah, you can remove the excess. Remove the excess. See, you have the excess. Remove it. Remove it. Okay, and then make it smooth again. Smooth with brush. Okay. brushing, 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 brushing. You can see the Rizal videos, always brushing. Okay, he always brushing his teeth. Brushing, 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 brushing. See, from the middle to center, middle center. Don't like a middle center and then you want to push back to the center. No, in out, in out, in out, like that. Yeah. Then use your sharp instrument. Create a good line. Okay, gently remove the excess, and also follow the maps that you already create. Slowly. So that's why you need to, yeah, you need to happy with this. Okay. And so, okay, now I will make it smooth again with a brush, yeah. So brush for me always do before, after packing and then before you want to cure. I always brushing. So that's the secret. Okay, brushing again. Brushing, 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 brushing. Close the gaps. See. And then sometimes the gaps is so close, so we need to make it separate again, yeah. So in reality, for class one, for me, it took maybe around, yeah, 45 minutes. Okay, or include photo, include make it a video. Okay, but if you're not using photography, maybe around 30 minutes, it's done. Okay, now I will like here. So if you have a gaps between the fissure, yeah, if you have a big gaps, it's okay. Don't be sad, yeah, because mostly I will cover these gaps. You see, I have a gaps in here also. So this is nice, yeah. You can use the flowable, bulk fill flowable, yeah, to cover all the gaps between the groove. Okay, so I'm using this flowable. This is transparent color. Oh, dirty, yeah. Contamination. See, I have a hair. Okay, just remove. It's okay. So you can use brushing again, yeah. Make it a thin. So this is like a fissure sealant, you know. So this is will be guarantee you there is no gaps between the groove, because there's a lot of question that if you have a gaps between the groove, what will you do? So just use your flowable and then cure it. See, all the gaps already covered and there is no food infection. Okay, nice, yeah. No food infection, see? Oh, very, very nice. Okay, so now how to finishing and polishing. Okay, this is the last step. Finishing and polishing, maybe let's say we have after adjustment. After adjustment, maybe we have like, yeah, something in here, yeah, in here or in here and in here. Okay, here also, yeah. After you make the articulating paper and the marking, it will show like this. Yeah, it's okay. Don't stress. You need to prep. Yeah, usually I'm using this burr, yeah, flame burr, a little bit sharp because, yeah, you can move inside like in here. So, following the cups, yeah. I will show you how. See, see my movement, okay? Follow the curve of the cups like this. Okay, and this one also. Okay, this one. Okay, this one. Okay, and this one. Okay, done. And then recheck again. Recheck again. If they have a, yeah, oh doctor, just a little bit, yeah, maybe in here or here. Just repeat like that. And then after you bite again, oh doctor, there is no overhang. It's already covered. Okay, so let's try to polishing with rubber. So this is if diachrome, yeah, the red one and the gray one. Sometimes I need my second rubber. This is from, hey, sorry. This is from Enhance. See, Enhance, then Supply, and this is if diachrome. So posterior, sometimes you cannot reach the groove, okay? So with this, it's possible to reach the groove. So like a twist, see? So I will combine, yeah, I will combine. First, I will do with the Enhance. Okay, like this, yeah. You can use without water, yeah, it's okay. With or without water, it's depends, yeah. It's up to you. There is no big deal about the water, yeah? And also the speed of my RPM. I don't know. I don't know how to measure that because my dental unit there is no RPM sign. See, it looks ugly. Okay, so after this, you can use the red one. Okay, red one. This one. don't like this. This is useless, yeah. But using like this, yeah. Okay. Oh, very ugly. Okay. This is not finished, yeah. I know this is happened to you. Okay. And then the last is the gray one. Yeah, you need to high speed because you want to make it glossy. Okay, the in central is okay. Yeah. After I remove the dust, yeah, it will be nice. Okay, it is like a magic. Okay, and then I will dry it. Okay, and then I will dry it. I will dry it. I don't want to be wet situation. Okay, because the wet it looks like cheating. Yeah. Wait, I will take some tissue. Okay. Usually I'm using, I have this one. This is for my camera. Okay. That's it. You can use, and after control, yeah, all the dust, it will be disappear because your patient already chewing, already eat some food and everything. And after come back to you after control, it will be very, very nice. Trust me. Okay. So this finish, I think you can taking answer and question and answer Q&A. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Gracias.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I've just asked a question on the chat just to find out how many people we've got. And we've got, you know, people, sort of late night owls watching from Poland, Russia, but we also have people from Guatemala, Mexico, from Iraq. Hi, everybody in Iraq, Syrian living in Egypt. I think at this point, while you guys are preparing your questions, we would prefer, if you have a question, that you raise your hand so that we can give you the microphone and not necessarily have to resort to the chat, which Dr. Rizal has very kindly been answering lots of questions for you guys. So I think he deserves a round of virtual applause, basically. But at this point, what I would like to do is I would like to do a small quiz. Just one question on Kahoot. I don't know if you guys know Kahoot, but Nico, my friend here, is going to give you a website that you can join right now. It's free. www.kahoot.it. And we're just going to ask you guys one question, and we're going to need 30 seconds of your time. Okay, so enter the PIN number, and you can put a name or an alias.
Cool.
We've got over 240 people right now who've stayed with us. So feel free to enter your name or an alias or an emoji, whatever you prefer. I see some familiar names. I'd like to say hi to all my teammates from Cardiology and Operative Dentistry who are watching. Paola, Munir, Valeria, Isa, and Nico, of course, he's here. Ivan, Ursua as well. our professor. He's watching. Come on, guys, enter a name. Okay. Couple of more minutes. Come on, guys. You can do it. You can do it. I've got faith in you. Vamos todos, coloquen sus nombres, entren al Kahoot, no necesitan una aplicación, pueden hacerlo desde sus navegadores www.kahoot.it y ponen el pin que sale arriba en la pantalla. Bien, tenemos unas 100 personas. Vamos a comenzar. Let's start. It's just one question. Es solo una pregunta. Y van a tener 30 segundos. Les vamos a preguntar desde qué país nos están viendo esta noche o esta mañana. Depende de dónde estén. O esta madrugada. Vamos allá. Hay algunos que están todavía añadiéndose. Vamos a darles unos segundos. Steven se ha sumado. Ridha también. Bienvenidos. Welcome. I need to learn my Indonesian better. I need to learn more Indonesian.
Tadi dari virtual background.
Ada di option A.
Okay, guys, let's start the quiz.
Like gitu. Jajang. What country are watching? Yes. Indonesia, no.
Apaan nih, Kang?
I think I have a feeling the blue might be, I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know.
Indonesia.
Might start with chi, chi, chi.
Lele.
Lele. Viva.
Chile. Malaysia.
Chile.
It's amazing. We've got people from Argentina. We've got people from Egypt, Singapore, Thailand, Poland, Syria, Concepcion in Chile, of course.
Malaysia.
Myanmar, Canada, Taiwan, Costa Rica. Tenemos del país más bonito, Punta Arenas in Chile, in the south. Saudi Arabia. Hello, everybody.
Wow.
Salam, Colombia, Iquique, and even we have Paris. Bonsoir. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you all for participating. Okay, Nico, take it away. We can pass the microphone to the rest of the participants. Vamos a pasar el micrófono. Si tienen una pregunta y la quieren hacer en español, yo feliz la traduzco al inglés. No puedo traducirla del ruso o del polaco, pero sí del inglés.
Bien, entonces vamos a tener esta sesión de micrófono abierto. Les recuerdo a los que ya han participado en nuestros webinars anteriores y también contarles a los que se integran por primera vez a uno de nuestros webinars, pueden solicitar la palabra presionando el botón de participantes. Se va a desplegar una ventana y en esta figura la opción de levantar mano, raise hand, y ahí van a poder presionar y solicitar el micrófono. Nosotros vamos a ver quién está pidiendo la palabra para que puedan realizar las preguntas que estimen conveniente a nuestros invitados, y Doc Hasanovic va a hacer la traducción simultánea para que ellos hagan la pregunta en español.
Apa lo, Kang? Di kebon lo.
Nih sih. Habis gue nggak ada ini.
Download dulu dong.
Di mana dulu teh?
Estamos a la espera de que alguien realice alguna pregunta, que alguien solicite el micrófono. Puede también hacerlo a través del chat, pero los invitamos a pedir la palabra para que pregunten directamente a nuestros invitados.
If somebody wants to ask a question, you can raise your hand. All you have to do is go on your window, on the viewer. You've got 3 dots. It's like a flat kebab, and you just press on that, and you'll have a menu, and you can raise hand. It says raise hand, and somebody raised their hand. So I think we've got a punter. Excellent.
Yay!
Yay! Who do we have? Who's raised the hand, Nico?
Ibtihal.
Ibtihal. Ibtihal.
Ibtihal.
Yes. Ibtihal. Good evening. Ibtihal, am I pronouncing your name right?
Chile.
Ibtihal, which Chile you?
FIFA.
Chile.
Cool. I'm gonna get the Indonesian flag.
Mi nombre, Griya. Mi nombre es
Hombre,
Okay.
de
we
Casa
got
de Papel.
Andrés Verdugo. Andrés.
Akbar loco.
Vamos a dar la palabra a Andrés. Aparentemente la primera persona tuvo problemas con el micrófono. Vamos a activar. Andrés, hola.
Acuérdame.
Hello. How are
Hi.
you?
Hey.
I'm good.
It was great. Thanks, guy.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
I have a question about the choice about doing a direct or indirect restoration. Like Rizal is in all his cases he did direct composite, and I was wondering why did you indicate that if like the length between the cuspids were more than 1/3 of the cuspid to cuspid. So that was my question. Thanks.
Okay. Rizal.
Okay, that I'm gonna answer it directly. Okay, Diego.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to answer it. Okay.
Yeah, you can go.
Okay. So that was a good question. You know, so I've received so many questions like this. You know, the reason why if you see in my Instagram, I do a lot of composite restoration on such a hopeless tooth, you know, that needs to be crowned. You know, I've done a lot of indirect restoration, also crown for posterior, but I prefer to post in Instagram some kind of hopeless with composite, because that's happening in Indonesia now. Yeah, there's so many patients, have a lot of patients that cannot afford for indirect restoration. Yeah, so they prefer to do build up. Yeah, build up first, and then maybe in a couple of year or maybe a couple of months, they will change it with the indirect restoration. So if that happens, I show you, I offer you a technique to done with this such case with help of a fiber, you know, the reinforced fiber. This one I really recommend you a lot because it comes with really good outcome in terms of strength and aesthetic also. And I have so many, like maybe more like 300 case with using that fiber reinforced case, fiber reinforced composite, and it's still good. I have a failure, maybe like 2 or 3, but not my feeling, you know, not my broken feeling or something, but the tooth is broken itself. So
you mean no post approach?
Yes, no post approach, because the patient cannot afford the crown. Yeah, he wants to delay the indirect restoration. It happens a lot in Indonesia. I don't know, maybe in your country, but in Indonesia, you have to deal with this. So basically, I do my best, yeah, with the help with that material, fiber reinforced. Yeah, it's same like post, the conservative post, but it comes with in like a composite, yeah, like a packable composites, like just like I show you in my video, a lot of it. You can use that as an option, yeah. But I would not say this the best treatment. I would not say this is the definitive treatment, yeah. This is only the long-term temporary, because the patient had to change it with the indirect restoration. Maybe in a couple of months after they already saved the money, they come back again to my office, and then I redo it with the indirect restoration. Indirect restoration is still the ideal way, yeah.
Yep, agree.
Great. Now I understand. In Chile, we have the same scenario. So,
so that's why. You cannot reject the patient's agreement. You know, I mean, if patient insists to do it, yeah, all you gotta do is just do our best, right? You see, it's impossible if we just refer him to another doctor, but you realize that you can do it, yeah, with the better isolation, with the good isolation, with the good material, proper technique, you can do it by yourself, and you know you can deliver the best treatment from that for him. How about you, Griya?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
maybe you can add.
I will make some yeah, same like Rizal also, because we tried the best, yeah, to try to put direct first, yeah. Even, yeah, you know, this is not a good choice for the direct. We need to crown, we need to endo crown maybe, yeah. So, but your patient's social economic is depends also. If they don't cannot pay for indirect, so what will you do? Maybe we can do for direct, and then, yeah, maybe after 1 year and 2 years, yeah, we will go back again and then do indirect. But we need to tell them before, okay? We need to inform consent before, okay? So make sure they have already knowledge, and make sure if they using direct, maybe, yeah, she or he cannot bite so hard, or uh, good oral hygiene, yeah, to keep the tooth not being fractured. After we replace to the indirect, yeah, it's possible to do whatever kind of your biting, or you can chewing, just like that. Yeah, in Indonesia, it's most of the case is like that.
Great.
I don't know in the central city, because we practice not in the central city. You know, it's like south of the Jakarta. Okay, so,
And I was wondering if you control in time your clinical case in patients, like what's the time that these restorations could survive?
6 months.
For control, for follow up, yeah. First, we do 1 week control, yeah. After that, maybe 1 month. After that, 6 months, twice a year.
And in how many years these restorations could fail, like partial fail or total failure?
You know, I've been practicing like 6 years, and I think it's a good follow up until now. Like I told you before, you need to use proper material and isolation, of course. That's how to achieve a very good longevity. I have a 6 years follow up, still good, yeah. And I will not say a correct treatment, you know, like I said before, but the tooth is it's heavily damaged, you know. It's only 1 left cups, but the patient, he insists me because he doesn't have any money, you know, and still intact until now, until the 6 years, still intact. And if we talk about the longevity, we have to talk about the patient habit too. Yeah, we need to educate them how to use their tooth wisely, you know.
Yeah, and I was wondering if you like you do like an hygiene instruction, because you do like a very retentive anatomy in this restoration, so you have to instruct your patients very well in hygiene.
Yeah, hygiene. Yep. Correct.
Thanks
and
very much.
Also, we have failed also. We have failed.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
We are all human.
Okay.
Yes, it's a very good comment. You know, people need to remember we are human. You know, even though they might see us,
I'm not alien.
We are people. You know, we need to eat also and sleep.
Griya may be alien.
Great, Nico. Do we have any more questions?
Yes, we have Carlos. He's raising his virtual hand, and I'm gonna activate his microphone. Okay, Carlos.
Nata de coco.
¿Ahí me escuchan? Sí.
Hola, Carlos, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, bien, gracias. Well, first of all, thank you guys for this presentation. It was really great. I really would like to know if you have the name of the instrument that you use to put the rubber dam into the gum, what instrument do you use for that?
For what?
For
invention.
Yes, for invention.
For push rubber dam?
Put the rubber dam inversion.
Oh, put
So
rubber dam.
usually we use the plastic instrument.
Aplica,
Aplica, yeah. Plastic instrument.
LM Art.
Eso es como la TI que tenemos acá, ¿o no? Como una homóloga de eso, ¿no? ¿Aló?
What's that? Yeah.
Hello, Carlos.
Diego, can you translate?
And there is no specialty for inversion.
Yeah,
you can use
even
Explorer
you can
also.
use Explorer.
Yeah, Explorer. But the point is, when you try to inversion, you need to make it dry. Yeah. Make
blow
sure
it
you have
with the air.
Blow with the air. Only that. There is no special instrument. Only plastic instrument.
Sí. And also I have another question. We often here in Chile used the TI Teflon instrument to put the resin. So if often in this we still unite the resin and the composite to the tip of the instrument, do you use a special instrument that this not happen?
In my opinion, you know, there is no non-sticky instrument. You know, there is no non-sticky instrument. The thing is, you have to control your instrument. You have to get used to it. You have to get used to your instrument. You have to you take the composite gently and then put it on the cavity very gently. I never use that specific instrument. Non-sticky instrument is a lying, you know, is a liar.
Even
There's
you can use
non-sticky instrument.
Even you can use Explorer, because Explorer is not composite instrument, also file. So the important thing is you need to make your composite instrument always clean. Always clean without any kind of composite excess attached on your instrument. Otherwise, you cannot place the composites is very well. It will be sticky to your instrument. Sticky. So all you have to do, just make it clean before you want to adapt it. I really recommend you using any kind of instrument. No need Teflon. Seriously. There is no special.
And it's also expensive, right?
Are you student
Don't
or
waste too much money?
Yes, in my university, for example, they always say that it's obligatory to use Teflon.
Okay. You same like me as when I'm at dental school. I buy a lot of Teflon tape because of I'm not expertise. But I already dentist, and I realized that all kind of instrument it's allowed. But it's okay.
If you have this in your clinic, it's better. It's even better. Yeah. Just trust your instrument. Trust your gun. You know, you have to trust your instrument. Every instrument is the best.
And another thing, do you say something? Rizal say something like said something like flovo or something like that. How do you write it?
It's
flovo.
What is that? How do you type?
Resin.
Flovo resin. Yeah, this is the replacement.
Understand.
This is the replacement of brown stain. If the patient reject the brown stain thing in their tooth, you can simply replace it with the flowable transparent to cover all the gaps that you already created because of the fissures, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, that's only the option.
I think that's all the stuff. I didn't get it.
Apa? DM apa?
Kan demo gua kan pakai itu aja demo.
Oh iya. Tunjukin aja, ngomong lah.
So you can put this flowable, okay? Just backfill.
Transparent.
Backfill. I will typing.
So in case your patient is a dentist, maybe for example, sometimes, oh doctor, I don't want any cavity. Don't bring my cavity back. Yeah, you can replace it with the transparent.
That's it.
Yeah, the idea is to cover all the gap, you know. So it's not mandatory to use stain. Okay.
Let's continue. Another question.
Gracias, Carlos, por tu pregunta. We have now Ismael Tayara.
Yes. Hello, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank you all. Thank Dr. Rizal, thank Dr. Griya, thank Nicolas, thank Diego. Thank you for this great presentation. And my question is, what is the best material for direct and indirect pulp capping? Do you use calcium hydroxide or MTA? Which one?
For the
direct and indirect. Yes, deep cavities. Direct and indirect.
Direct, indirect. Okay, so for the deep cavity, I never use calcium hydroxide anymore, you know.
Okay.
I realized that if you see in the literature, if you see pulp exposed, for example, it's better to use MTA rather than the calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide will lead tooth become non-vital. Yeah. So make sure you avoid that calcium hydroxide if there's any pulp exposure or near pulp exposed. MTA is the best. Yeah. And what we use actually, if it's deep cavity but not touching the pulp, we use the glass ionomer cement mixed with the resin. You know, the RMGIC. RMGIC, it's proof to be a very good material.
Resin modified glass ionomer.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, and then to reduce the pulse sensitivity. Don't use the conventional glass ionomer cement because it will need to live 24 hours. Yeah. So make sure you use the resin modified. Follow with the composite.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. De nada.
Gracias.
Yeah. Rizal loco.
Thank you, Ismael.
Chi.
Lele.
Viva.
Viva. Chile.
Viva Chile.
Okay, we have now Francisca.
Wait, you must do it again. Let me get it on film. Hang on, guys. You do it again, yeah? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Chi.
Le. Viva Chile.
Chile.
Yay. I'll send you the video later. Now, I was thinking actually, while we're waiting for pictures, while we're waiting for questions, it would be nice if people turned on their cameras. So we have a screen full of faces and we can all have a picture taken. And then you guys, Rizal and Griya, can upload it on your Instagram. So if you guys, whoever turns on the cameras first and we fill up the screen, you're going to be in it, you know? So hurry up. Turn on those cameras if you're decent, of course. We are a university and a faculty of dentistry in Santiago, the capital of Chile. So a very reputable one. So please make sure you're decent. Yeah, we're waiting for 3 more people to turn on the cameras, and then we'll have, and then you guys can take a screen full and upload it, and we go TTT. Shall we
how to make?
Let's turn on the microphones for everybody, Nico. Can you turn on the microphones for everybody?
Gimana sih cara ini? Cara 4 semua banyak gitu kan?
Di speaker view. Klik yang sebelah kanan.
It's a great way to share.
¿Qué tipo de radiografía era? Sí. En la tercera, cuarta o sexta.
Halo, abdi di Bandung.
Bandung.
La cuenta de Ridha.
Love Chile.
Hay poca gente que se muestra en realidad como es.
¿Cómo
Lo
están?
que me pasa con las hijas.
Con un
Hay
gato.
cosas que yo sé que yo no puedo saber nada.
Chichi, lelele.
Oh, like in the market.
Esta weá me pasa mucho, que de repente ella me cuenta todo
Oye,
lo que
miren,
está pasando ahora y todo.
Sí.
yo le veo cuatro
Hay
países
una
también.
chica que ella mantiene oculta y sabe tanto
Así con él.
que de
Esa es la grandeza.
repente esta weá casi me...
Excellent, guys. Excellent. Okay. Well done. That was very noisy, but I think everybody had the opportunity to say something, which is great, which is difficult on an online forum. When we've got at the moment we have 150 people, but we had nearly 400 people in the evening. So and morning for you guys. I think we've lost. I don't know if we've lost Nico. I don't know where he is. I can't see. I can't see you on my screen, that's why. But Nico, any more questions?
Yes, we have Francisca. She is raising her hand, and I'm gonna activate her microphone now. Francisca?
Diego,
Yeah.
Universidad.
Yeah, hi.
Universidad?
Finis Terrae.
I'll type you I'll send you in the chat the link.
Yeah.
Francisca?
Yeah, hi. I'm watching from Chile.
Hi, Francisca.
Yeah.
Hi, Francisca.
Hello.
First of all,
Francisca Galvez.
Thank you very much for your awesome presentation.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Dr. Rizal, I have seen on your Instagram many restorations of composite in deep cavities in molars, and the layer of high chroma dentin that you use for restoring molars, is it bulk fill composite? Because I have seen it's kind of a thick layer that you use of it, and only in one increment before continuing with the high value enamel layer.
Yep.
So is that a bulk
Okay.
fill composite you use?
No, just a regular composite. The buffalo composite has a transparent color. Yeah, so it cannot block the black cavity. Let's say if you have a black cavity, black dot, or maybe example replace of amalgam filling, it cannot block the cavity very well. So make sure if you want to make it aesthetic, you need to use the regular anatomy. That's why we use the high chroma. Yeah, to cover all the dark.
Especially after you remove or replace amalgam. It's very discolorization. So for me, bulk fill it's okay if you don't have any kind of discolorization, like fissure sealant or deep cavity, but there is no discolorization. So for me, bulk fill, we do a lot for sometimes if you want to build up only. Build up and then do crown, build up and then do endo crown, just like that. For aesthetic, I'm not recommending to use bulk fill because the color is so transparent. I'm afraid after control, the color is so grayish. But bulk fill, it has a benefit because you can reduce the C factor and also you can do in fast, okay? Because you can like here on 4 millimeters. Yeah, but if you in the situation, if you in hurry, you can use bulk fill. Yeah, you can avoid but you avoid the aesthetic.
Okay.
So it's the best situation.
Yes.
High chroma dentin.
High chroma dentin.
What kind of composite do you use? What brand your composite?
Oh, it's 3M.
3M. Okay, you can use
3M.
Or A4 dentin.
You can use
or A3.5.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you love 3M?
Sorry?
Do you love 3M composite?
This is a tricky question.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, we can.
But I do like
share
it because I use it. So.
I don't like it.
Do you ever try Tokuyama? Do you ever try Tokuyama?
What?
Do you ever try Tokuyama composite?
No, I haven't. Not yet.
You should
try it. You should try it. It will be amazing. Seriously, I'm not joking.
Okay, I'll try it if I can go to.
And then you will remind us. But don't tell your dental supplier, okay?
Okay, thank you, Francisca. Two more questions, and I'm gonna activate the Gabriela's microphone now. Gabriela, are you there?
Sí, sí, ¿se escucha?
Perfecto. ¿Cómo estás, Gabriela?
Bien, bien. First of all, I want to give you all my congratulations. And sorry because my English is not so good because I'm from Chile.
Yeah, same, me.
It's okay. We
It's
speak
okay.
in one language, dentistry.
You're doing really well. You're doing really well. Don't worry.
Really?
We speak in one language, dentistry language.
Well,
Don't
my question
forget.
is, can you talk about the brush and the liquid that you used? Isn't a special brush with a special, I don't know, material? Or can you give you the brand?
Yeah.
Please.
So we use a brush from Tokuyama, yeah, and dip with the modeling resin, you know. So we never use any kind of bonding as a lubricant in my brush. You know, to be honest, back then when I was starting my dentistry, I used the brush for painting, you know. You can use that also, but I believe if you use that, it will be disposable, because after you use that one time, the hair is like messy, you know. So you're gonna throw it away. So it will not saving your money. So best to use the specific brand. We have used any kind of brand, but we found it that the best is from Tokuyama. Yeah, we're not endorsed by Tokuyama, right, Griya? But
Yes.
really love. We tell you the truth that the best that we often use is the Tokuyama brush. Even if you have a brush and a silicone brush, we don't like silicone brush because we don't get the idea of the silicone brush, because we need that hair to make it well adapt, you know. So we love the hair brush, the Tokuyama brush. It comes with the two ends. Itu ada gambarnya, Kang? Tunjukin nggak? Comes with two ends, two tip.
Oh.
The tip, the pointed tip, and the square tip. And the pointed for the posterior, the square for the anterior. Or you can use the other way. Griya will show you.
Gua ini dulu, matiin ini dulu.
Nyalain dong, kamu yang ngomong.
Background gua matiin dulu.
Oh iya. Gak usah, lu gini aja pakai tangan nih, kayak YouTuber cuy. Gini nih.
Oh iya gini. See?
YouTuber.
See, this is tapered, and the other is pointed.
Square.
It's called Tokuyama brush. Tokuyama dental brush number 24. But if you don't have Tokuyama brush, you can use a painting brush with the small tips. Okay.
Yes.
But can you write the name, please?
I already writing.
Okay.
You can see on the chat platform. It's a chat group. But for
Okay,
me,
thank you.
Don't use bonding. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't use bonding as a liquid. Otherwise, if you have two bottle systems, yeah, you can use the prime for that. But yeah, that's not so good as a modeling liquid.
Okay. Thank you very much.
De nada, muchas gracias.
Gracias. Gracias a ustedes.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Buenas noches.
Nicolás, ¿cuántas preguntas más tenemos? I've just asked how many more questions you have, but I was just wondering, guys, Griya and Rizal, because you woke up very early today. What time did you wake up to be here with us in Chile?
You know,
actually, we are in
fasting, you know, we are fasting.
Yes, it's Ramadan at the moment.
Ramadan.
Yeah, so we wake up at 4
a.m.
Just to eat.
4 a.m.
4 a.m. eat, and then pray, and then sleep again, and then
usually sleep again, but now we're not sleeping. We're not sleeping. Yeah, because for all of you.
We appreciate
it.
We appreciate it so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Tenemos una pregunta más de Kai Wang. Vamos a activar el micrófono.
Kang, lu kayak bawang, Kang.
Well, thank you very much for hosting it, Griya, and Diego. So I have a quick question. When you talk about a cauterizer for deep cavity, have you used a laser before? If so, what do you like better?
I don't have a laser.
Yeah, we're not using a laser yet because we don't have it. It's expensive. Maybe you can buy it for us, yeah.
Let's all chip in, you know. Let's do a collection.
Diego will
provide to us. Laser.
Diego will buy it.
Okay, I'll buy it for you guys. I'll ship it over there.
Brochure. But the idea is the same. The idea is the same. Cautery, laser, the same. Actually, when we don't have cautery, we use a conservative way with the burrs, with the scalpel, with the blade. Sorry, but we found it very hard because the blood is drip. You know.
Yep.
I see.
So best to use cautery.
Yes.
Or laser if you have it. Thank you, Diego, for buying it. For buying that for us. Yeah?
While you were talking, I was just finishing the credit card transaction online. So it's gone through. It's gone through. I still have money.
Where is Matthias?
Matthias Junge.
Matthias, and also Rodolfo Plus. Where is he?
I don't know. I think they went clubbing. They went partying. No, I'm joking. We had to be at home. We had a very busy webinar yesterday.
His wife is pregnant,
I'm going
right?
to invite you to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we've got a visitor. Nico, any more questions?
Hello, Ama.
No more questions.
Ama, can you talk Spanish?
Yeah.
Buenos días, Ama.
Buenos días.
Rama, how are you?
Fine.
How are you?
Yes.
Ok, bien, si no queda ninguna pregunta para hacerle a estos fuera de serie, me permito despedirme de todos y todas y agradecer a todo el mundo por haberse sumado de todos los rincones del planeta. Ha sido increíble. Sin duda los vamos a volver a invitar porque tienen muchas cosas que enseñarnos y sobre todo lo hacen con mucha humildad y respaldados por la evidencia científica. Así que un aplauso virtual y voy a despedirme en inglés. Ahora para mis queridos amigos Griya and Rizal, my dear friends, I was just saying that we are delighted to have had you here. It won't be the last time. We're going to have you back because we've got to do different situations, different cavity types and preparations. So it would be awesome to, if you do, maybe after Ramadan, when you've got more energy or whenever you guys like, this is your home away from home as well. And I'd like to say thank you for sharing everything, for being so generous
yes.
in such a humble and generous way. So it's greatly appreciated by all of us. I'm amazed by the amount of people who've joined us this morning, tonight, I don't know, late night if you're in Poland, Russia, or anything, or everywhere else. It's been great. And on behalf of our Dean at the Faculty of Dentistry and the university, we'd like to extend our thanks and a round of virtual applause from everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Guys, don't leave. Stay here because we're going to wait for everybody. We're going to invite everybody to leave the room, but you guys stay because we're going to have some shots, some pictures taken for our university. Okay? Thank you, everybody. And I saw Carolina Benavides, my colleague there. I just saw her. Well done. Great dentist, great researcher. She has to put up with me, so, you know. There she is, Carolina.
Carolina. Muchas gracias.
Nada. Udah nih, Jam.
Muy bien, damos entonces por finalizado este webinar. Agradecemos a todos los participantes por habernos acompañado esta noche. Y bueno, los invitamos a seguir el Instagram de la Universidad Finisterra, Odontología, Odonto Finisterra, para que puedan estar al tanto de los siguientes webinars que vienen pronto. Tenemos un webinar, si no me equivoco, Hasanovich, mañana.
Mañana tenemos un webinar. We've got an incredible webinar tomorrow. Dr. Milko Villarroel from Brazil. He's going to be sharing with us and talking to us about restorative dentistry, restorations on teeth and implants, and prosthodontics. So feel free to join us. Not all our webinars are in English, but you know, if you guys want, we can certainly get new speakers from the English-speaking world as well. So I'm gonna post the link if you guys want to follow the page on internet where we post our webinars. I'm gonna try and type it. I'm not a very fast typist. There you go. I've just typed and posted on the chat our website where you can see future speakers. And if you speak Spanish, a lot of them are in Spanish, but you know, we never say no. If you've got a friend who wants to present, or they can contact us as well. Thank you very much, and good night to you all.